Hey everybody, So Wookie here. In this video, we're going to go through my predictions for the Pubg PCS3 Pick'em challenge, which teams I recommend picking for the overall winners in each region, as well as the face-off challenge. Hopefully you find this video useful. If you do, consider liking and subscribing to see more. And also, one quick thing just before we do jump right in. I also uploaded a video about how to get free skins while watching PCS3 events. So if you're going to be watching the final weekend, make sure you check that out. There'll be a tag at the link above to make sure you can get those free skins. Right, so let's jump right in. So we'll start off with the face-off challenge. Now, basically, I'll quickly go over the reasons why I chose each team. So in APAC, I chose LG Divine over Fury because they're beating them by about 20 points. I chose Division X over Sharper. Now, to be fair, they're only like 12 points different, but still 12 points is a decent amount. Battle Arena Elites over Day Trade. Again, very close, about 20 points difference for the team I chose. And now, usually I would have chose Victim Rise because they're a decent team, but Angel Alliance are just like far enough ahead. So it's only 6 points that could go either way. So if you prefer Victim Rise, you could choose them and still have a good shot. Over in Asia, Genji have done terrible. 4 Angry Men have done decent. So that's what I went for there. I went for OGN over Multi-Circle Gaming. Now, they're in second and third place, and there's only a difference of 2 points. But the reason I went for OGN is because I think OGN is my second pick for the actual overall winner. So, I went for New Happy over Freak of Freeze. That's about 20 points different on that one. And then I went for K7 over Gaming Whites. And again, only 3 points different on that one. Both of them are in the bottom 5, so I suppose it's anybody's guess there. In Europe, I went for Navi over FaZe Clan. FaZe are currently in 10th place. Navi's in 7th. It's only a difference of 5 points, but Navi have played very well. FaZe have been underwhelming, to say the least. I went for Team Liquid over TSM. That's a 40-point difference on that one, so that's pretty much a guarantee. I went for Northern Lights over Shift W. That is about a 30-something point difference as well. And Northern Lights entered the second weekend in first place. They've played well. And then I went for DA, Digital Alliance, over ENTS. DA are currently in first place at 141, and ENTS are only on 95, so I think that's a pretty obvious pick as well. And then finally, we've got North America. Sonics over Shoot to Kill, easy choice. Sonics is winning on 185. Shoot to Kill's only on 92, so it's like not far off being a 100-point different there. Oath over Zenith. Oath are in third place at 133. Zenith is on 97, so a good 30-point difference. I went for Dodge over the Houston Hard Shifts. Dodge are on 101. The Houstons are on 63, so again, another easy pick. And then finally, I went for Jewel over Team Veritas. And again, Jewel 111, Team Veritas 75. So the North American ones are pretty much set. Some of the other ones you could go for the other team if you prefer that team, but they're my picks. Now let's jump into the actual Pick'em challenge itself. So in the APAC region, I chose LG Divine. Now, the reason for this is they've won 4 games and got 3 second places. They currently are in first place, only by 11 points. And they're winning by 11 points to Buriram, who, again, they've won 3 games and 3 third places, so very good. Now, there is an argument to be made. I think LG Divine, if you've got the full 8 coupons like I have, LG Divine should definitely be your first pick. If you're going to make a second pick, you could go for Fury. Now, they are 12 points behind Buriram, but Fury, overall throughout the tournament, have played very well. It's just they kind of like dropped off the table a little bit this last weekend, but so did LG Divine as well. So the Buriram actually closed the gap quite significantly there. I think at the beginning it was almost a 30-point divide. Now it's only an 11-point divide. So, Buriram, they're on a good streak there. You can see they've come up out of the rope first and then third. They could soldier on the right to first place, or it could drop off again. But yeah, they're my picks for APAC. Next up is Asia. Now, In Asia, again, it's only an 11-point difference between Tiamba and OGN. Tiamba being 145, OGN being 134. Now, the next team to choose would be Multi Circle Gaming. They're on 132. OGN is on 134, so only a 2-point difference. It's just I personally think OGN are a much better team, and I think OGN are more likely to get their act together again and maintain that second place spot or even push to the first place spot than Multi Circle Gaming would be, from what I've watched. If you look at the scoreboard there for OGN, they've gone third, and then they've just sat around mid-table, 7th, 6th, 7th, 6th. And all it's going to take is them to have a really good day 5, and boom, they're either going to be in first place or they've solidified the second place. Now, if we look at Multi-Circle Gaming, they have massive troughs. There's just like not as much consistency. Now, although OGN's consistently middle of the table, it's still consistent. So yeah, that's why I prefer OGN as a pick there. But yeah, Tiamba is the first choice because they are currently winning. Then the next region is Europe. So in Europe, I've gone for DA, number 1. They're winning on 141 points over Tornado Energy at 131. Now, Northern Lights are also on 131. So there is an argument to be made for going for them as the second pick. However, they started weekend 2 in first place by about 12 points, I think it was. And then now they're 10 points behind DA, so they've like kind of completely dropped off the table there. Whereas Tornado Energy, they've just been more consistent for me throughout the tournament. They had a bit of a mixed bag on the first day of the second weekend, but then on the second day they just completely got their act together and have pushed up. Digital Alliance again, day 3, very, very good. 3 third places in a row. And then day 4, first, 4, fourth. So really good consistency there. Whereas in the first weekend, they didn't do amazing, but they seem to have got themselves back on track. So that's why I chose those 2 as my picks. And then finally, you've got North America. Now, North America, this is the region I would vote on if you're only going to have 1 coupon. So if you've just bought the emote pack, which is the cheapest way to participate in this, then the team I would recommend voting for is definitely Sonics. Sonics won PCS2, if I remember rightly, as well. And currently they're 25 points ahead of the Guadalajara Gascons, which is a good margin, and they don't seem to be slowing down. They've won 5 games in total, 3 second places, and a third place, so really, really good consistency there. They've only had 1 game where they came 16th, but anybody can have 1 bad game, but every other game has been, top 5 with the occasional 6th and 1/8. So really good consistency there. And then the Guadalajara Gascons over Oath is a difference of 27 points. So again, another obvious pick, really, just to secure yourself. I don't see a world in which Oath gets 60 points without Sonics getting any points and taking first place. I just don't see it happening. Now, I mean, it's not impossible, technically. I mean, anything could happen, really. But yeah, I just don't see it happening. So I think if you're choosing them 2, it's a real solid bet. Now, I always tend to do 2 coupons in each area. But I mean, thinking about it, if one of the other regions where you think, you know what, Europe's a bit of a dicey one, I want to choose Northern Lights instead, you could realistically not choose the Guadalajara Gascons and go for Northern Lights. But for me personally, it is still possible for them to beat Sonics. It's only 25 points. If Sonics have, like, say, 2 or 3 bad games in a row, then the Guadalajara Gascons could take it. But I don't think it's possible for Oath to take it. And that's it. So those are my recommendations for who I think's going to win the PCS3. Hope this helps you decide. If you enjoyed this video and found it useful, consider liking and subscribing to see more. Wookie out.